This reading is for Cara, and no energy that's around you, and then I'm going to address your I always start the same, like that only guides, angels, and spirits of the highest vibration respond to share their messages with me, and I ask for grace, clarity, compassion, and objectivity that I can give a reading of resonance and meaning for Cara. Let's get started. Let's just find out what general dominant energy is right now. So we will, let's get you some, let's get an confirmation or explanation. What the general energy is going on around. And I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle card. Or Wisdom. Now, clean it up is all about just taking care of your business and not worrying a lot about really what's going on in the past, or being too hyper focused on the future and worried about things that may or may not ever happen, and taking care of the day-to-day things, getting rid of clutter, tying up loose ends. This is also a card about communication and being clear. And breathe is exactly what it sounds like. Breathe is all about you letting go of a little bit of the worry and being so hyper focused on the things that may happen that you're kind of missing the magic of the moment. And that's really easy to do. We all do it sometimes. I've got your questions here on my phone. That's what I keep messing with. So your question. Part of it is what you need to be doing, and this relates to a question. Do things in order. Take care of your business. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by worry or concern or and those sorts of things. Just take care of your business and keep those lines of communication open. And in general, things are going to go a lot smoother, and you're going to see things a lot more clearly. Very often we just can't see the forest for the trees, and it makes it really difficult for us to, one, communicate, and two, it makes it really difficult for us to come up with solutions, because all we can see is this swirling mass of chaos and confusion. And we're in that people are kind of getting caught up in that in this chaotic, confusing, and very frightening energy that's going on right now. So right off the bat, when you're given an encouragement card, which typically is advice, encouragement card is I'm going to encourage you to. The very first card right off the bat is encouragement card. That's a very good sign. One, that your questions are going to be a really good sign that you really are on the right track. And then the breathe is telling you to relax, calm down. Now is not the time to take any kind of action that's going to disrupt the path that you are on. So let's see. Let's address your first. And your first question was about your relationships. And So, what does Cara need to know about main relationship? What does she need to know? Okay. So the first card that came out as relates to your relationship question is the TikTok card. And TikTok usually comes along when we're feeling pressured into doing something, pressured into pushing something forward, into moving forward, into creating a plan. It comes a lot of times when we're worried that we're running out of time, and we're not. We're not running out of time. There's always time. Um, so as this relates to a relationship, um, everything has its seasons. There's what we like to call divine timing, and because we try to hurry things down, and really we need to allow things to happen as they're supposed to happen. Now it's interesting to me that you got the breathe card and then you got the TikTok card, because the breathe card is telling you to relax, breathe. The TikTok card is telling how things to happen in their own time, to not try to force things, not try to push things forward. Um, um, Plenty of time to nurture the moment that you're in. And that brings us back to that first card about being in the moment, taking care of your business. So, um, what you need to know is that there's definitely something going on. Okay, there's definitely something going on that is causing you, as far as feeling like you need to do something and push something forward. And I'm telling you that now is not the time to make that decision. Um, when you're ready, you're getting you to seek assistance. And remember that you're not in this alone. Regeneration. Now, regeneration is all about new beginnings, and it's what I've been talking about in our weekly live feeds. In that it's about this opportunity to breathe, would be to reassess. Clean it up is to realign. Us and doing it with including spirit, God, universe, God, whatever you want. Be sure that you include God in your thought processes and in your decisions. Seeing right now now is not the time to make any rash decisions. Slow down, clear your thoughts, clear your focus, and be that communication card in there. So making sure that you are calmly breathing, calmly stating your wants and needs, and being very clear about what needs to happen, and then allowing to come into play and take care of the rest. You cannot um, make anyone else into. So keeping that in mind, the question becomes, um, it's an important place. Can I get a confirmation card, please, on the regeneration? Confirmation on regeneration. Okay. and it's a face. So this is a beautiful card. It's one of my it's a card that I really enjoy seeing pop up because it's fun. It's fun to me. I don't know. It's fun to me. But this is the karma card. Um, it's also about accepting the things you cannot change. So it's like the serenity prayer. And the serenity prayer is God grant me the serenity to accept the things I can change, the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Uh, this is huge. This is remember this is about your relationships. So you have to include God in your decisions. You've been asked to do things one step at a time. You got the new beginnings card here. You got the time card telling you that it's fairly the time to make a decision. So what I'm going to say as relates to the relationship specifically that you asked about is that to reassess, realign, and renew. And once you've done that, and you've done that in a very um, open, open communication, calm, peaceful way, um, you're going to know exactly what to do. Now, then you got the to be fair card. It's just asking that you look at all sides before you make a decision. Uh, way, you want to look at it from a bird's eye view. And then really, especially with the higher power card in there, you really need to follow your instincts. Um, there's there's always there's there's always the possibility that things are going because things are going to become more clear to you. What you're concerned about, you got the orphan card. What you're concerned about is making a mistake. If you include God, take your time, allow things to unfold the way they're supposed to, and the answer is we choose the harder path. Um, and remember there, that with that karma card there, the reminder, of course, is to be very pragmatic. You got the karma card that tells you Trinity prayer, and then you got the to be fair card, which is very, very similar. It's asking you uh, to be very aware, to be very objective, because tend to we tend to judge. You're being asked to not use emotion here. Um, recognize that other people are who they are, and there's nothing you can do about that. They just are who they are. Accept the situation and the people as they are. Um, it's a time for you to look and see what you can mold someone into something else, because if you are, that's not going to work. And so the in response to your question, um, I want to be very careful because I feel like the outcome is not set in stone yet. But my feeling is assess what both you and this other person are both contributing, and you acknowledge what you can change, what you're contributing, what you can't change, then the answer to your question is going to be very, very obvious. And the encouragement, the nice thing that comes with karma card have a very positive result for you. So you can trust the decision that you make and the judgment that you on this relationship. You can trust it as long as you take care of your business, your day-to-day stuff, being in the moment. Be very objective, look at everything from a bird's eye, looking at all sides, looking at it very objectively, kind of letting go of any guilt, resentment, and make a very objective observation. It's going to be very clear to you, and it's going to when you're able to do that, it's going to not only be very clear to you, it's going to happen very suddenly. You're just going to all of a sudden, it's going to be like a light comes on and a big aha moment, saying, oh, okay. So to wrap up this part of your question, you got right order. And right order is very similar to the very first card that you got. Card. Right order is about doing things in order and taking care of your business, being in the moment. Um, and the other message with the right order card is that you make sure that you're taking care of yourself and making sure that you are first in the situations where you need to be first. You need to be taking care of yourself. And I think that's very telling as written. So now for your next question, as relates to your career opportunities that you've been pursuing. And okay, it's going to enhance your life. Um, so I'm asking the question, what do you need to know about this new career option? And yeah, that's really what we need to know. What do you need to know about it? How is it going to benefit? And I'm going to say yes. Okay, interesting. Okay, you had two cards pop out. By the book is asking you to do things in the established mode. Now, what I find about by the book is I'm going to say that this career option that you've been considering, that's a very big yes, because this card is telling you that in this when you're new and tell them, you have all these wonderful ideas, thing. And just because we're excited about it, and we always have the best of intentions, and learn exactly how things are done and why they're done the way they're done. So opportunity, because this card is very specifically about new opportunities and moving in, and it's asking you to do your homework essentially. Now, the next card that came up, interestingly enough, is co-create. Now, co-create is very similar to the higher. Co-creation is just a reminder that you are not in this alone. This means that you have the support of everybody, really. But co-creation in this life, Spirit didn't just throw us down here and watch us run around like crazies and chuckle. You were here, you were being your concerns, and remember that you're not doing this alone, that you have lots of guides. Loved ones that have transitioned are with you every step of the way and guiding you and nudging you and helping you along the way. So you're getting a lot of support, and you got to go the distance. And go the distance is all about don't quit before the miracle occurs. So because we were asking about your career, this career opportunity, that if it gets a little bit tricky and you start feeling like you're needing a lot of help and a lot of support, go the distance. Finish it out, because it's going to be very, very be is going to exceed your expectations. So on the career, absolutely, it's it comes with a